Hello there, welcome to the Krylo Red channel. It is Kongru as always, and today I'm sure you've all seen Obi Wan Kenobi. So yeah, the next couple of videos will definitely be talking about Obi Wan and what's going down and stuff. So as you can see from the title, this video is covering why Obi Wan was a Jake. And yep, I know this might be a weird term for some people, so let me just tell you how the term Jake was coined. So obviously Mark Hamill, when he was doing his like promo work for The Last Jedi and such, he did mention that Luke didn't feel like Luke Skywalker to him, it felt like Jake Skywalker.
I'm talking about the George Lucas Star Wars. This is the next generation of Star Wars. So I almost had to think of Luke as another character. Maybe he's Jake Skywalker. He's not my Luke Skywalker.
In Kenobi, right? So we remember that at the very end of episode 3, Obi-Wan is quite distraught, but Yoda tells him that he's going to teach him in a way to commune with Qui-Gon. There is that hope that Luke is in a safe place on Tatooine and Leia is obviously with Bail. It sort of ended in the fact that Obi-Wan even seemed a bit excited that he was going to commune with Qui-Gon again, right? So then we get into Kenobi and he is not communing with Qui-Gon. He's not using the Force even, which I find strange. I don't think Obi-Wan should not use the Force at this point. Like, again, I can understand if he is in a depressed state that he might not use the Force, but at the same time I don't understand why he is this depressed, because there were things that obviously happened in episode 3. It's been 10 years since then and he still can't get to Qui-Gon, so it's just like, you know, like we've got to address this, right? General Obi-Wan Kenobi is not only a hero of the Clone Wars, him and Anakin being that, but he is, like, you've seen countless videos in it on YouTube and everywhere else. He is one of the most celebrated Jedi we've ever seen. Like, by far, he's one of the most celebrated Jedi. There's even, like, videos and stuff about whether he is the greatest Jedi that's ever appeared in the Star Wars canon. I just feel like when you have soldiers and stuff go to wars, like, and this is real life, when you have them go wars and come back and they can have severe PTSD and they can be severely broken, these guys are still able to go out on the field, maybe work as a mercenary or bodyguard, you know, like they are still able to be efficient in their role. Like, their training never escapes them. And I just guess that I wanted to just point out that Obi-Wan not only forgets lightsaber forms, but he doesn't use the Force as well. And it's just like, we know what happens with Obi-Wan before and after this, right? Obviously Rebels is coming up, and there's no, in Rebels he is an absolute god at that point. And yes, like, I know that there can be a development, like critical things that happen in your life that completely change your outlook and stuff, but my argument is that Obi-Wan is one of the most level-headed characters in the whole game. You know, in the whole Star Wars fiction, I'd say. Not only is he able to go against the council to back up his master's promise of training Anakin, he's even like bold enough to go with the council's wishes to get Anakin to spy on Chancellor Palpatine. He knows how much Palpatine means to Anakin. Yeah, he still asks Anakin of that. He also sits on the council and he has the most feats in terms of Sith encounters out of anyone. He has fought multiple and countless Siths. Sith Lords, whatever you want to call it. So, like, I just find it hard to believe that this Obi-Wan that has so many feats becomes this complete broken skull of himself and just shuts off everything. This is very much what happened to Luke, right? Luke was a person in The Last Jedi who had his student turn to the dark side and destroy his Jedi Order. Does that remind you of something, guys? It's exactly the same as what happened to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan has become this hermit after Anakin has turned to the dark side and completely destroyed the Jedi Order. It's one of those things, right? I can't be completely happy with the way that they've treated Obi-Wan here. because, as I said, Obi-Wan is one of the most level-headed characters in this whole thing. He himself has to be the one to go and fight Anakin, and we never saw this depression from him. There was a shock, and there was anger, and there was confusion about what Anakin had done, like to the younglings and the Jedi Order and everything like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, do you hear those key words, right? Anger, confusion, sadness. You know, like Obi-Wan, and this is just my opinion, guys, but Obi-Wan in the Kenobi series should have been fighting against the temptations of the dark side. And that would have been really good, because you don't have to de-level him to level 1. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have to make him not use the Force and not be able to use lightsaber forms. This becomes an Obi-Wan struggling to just stay in the light of the Force, right? You could even have like these really, really good scenes where he almost lets the temptation of the dark side pull him further on. And I think if they did it that way, I think you don't need to level Obi-Wan. He could still be the Obi Wan Kenobi everyone else knows. But yeah, you're just not starting from scratch, and you're not making him this hermit. Now, obviously, he does come out of his hermitness in the end. I think really his power up should have been handled a bit better. His power up was a bit way too fast. It was almost like, do you know what his power up reminded me of? It reminded me of every single Naruto story arc, right? Where Naruto, he's just about to be beaten, but then he thinks of like his friends and stuff like that, or he's just about to be beaten and like one of his friends gets hurt, and then he just gets like an insane power boost. Well, most of the time the Kyuubi's just feeding him like extra power or something, or he unlocks an extra tail or what. Do you know what I mean? But it's always through like the power of family and friendship, and I felt the Obi-Wan like realizing who he was again, that bit when he was thinking about Luke and Leia, it was like, okay, I get it, but Jedi power-ups, I'm just going to tell you this one thing, guys. A Jedi rarely powers up in pre-existing Star Wars canon by thinking of the people that they love. Because in the prequel trilogy, the Jedi were told that they shouldn't love because love is a part of attachment. So again, it's just like this references there, right? So you've got Obi-Wan who kept telling, who was, I guess, training Anakin in that love and attachment was forbidden and stuff, but then, you know, he's going back on his own training and stuff, which you can say is like a revolutionary thing that Obi-Wan would do, right? But we already know Obi-Wan. He never revolutionized the Jedi Order. Obi-Wan was completely ingrained in the Jedi teachings of that Jedi Order, and he would never go turn his back against it. So again, that's another contradiction that happens, and that's why I would have gone a different way, you know. Like there's ways to handle Obi-Wan. Making him this depressed shutter is probably not the best thing. And yes, I did say shutter. I've been playing Knights of the Old Republic, leave me alone. I think finally we can talk about that scene in general, like the Anakin, like Obi-Wan realizing that Anakin's Darth Vader and he's never going to change. I thought that was pretty powerful. If they edited it better, it was pretty powerful though. I even loved the Anakin. Oh, I killed Anakin, not you. That was powerful. I really liked that scene. But obviously, I'll cover Darth Vader in another day. I think the last thoughts on this subject is, yeah, there's ways to handle Obi Wan Kenobi. General Obi Wan Kenobi, the hero of the Clone Wars. He did not have to become a hermit. He did not have to become Jake Kenobi, because Obi-Wan is one of the most powerful, level-headed Jedi in Star Wars fiction. So yeah, what do you think, guys? Do you think Obi-Wan should have been a hermit? Do you think that it expanded the story or anything? Do let me know in the comments, and I will get back to you next time. Peace, guys. See you later.